Within the past 3 days, I've had 6 hours of sleep most. I can't even turn to my side any which way I lay down. They are putting me on a max amount of drugs as they can. They tried to put me on way more opioids than possibly anybody could possibly imagine. There was one day I was on 5 different opioids at once, and I was still screaming in pain. And really, all they care about is numbing my pain to numb me and my thoughts and my fight, because they know that I'm not gonna not say anything. One of the first things I did once I saw all this was go live, and I've had some people say I'm doing it for clout and that I'm doing this for attention, but I don't care about any of that. If I never went viral and never got any attention, then I never got any attention. But I feel so malpracticed on it, and especially after being told I was just a guinea pig by someone here. I've been heartbroken. Been
Well, we just want to let
absolutely
you know,
heartbroken.
Alexis, this is Edward and Matt. And again, thank you so much, Nikki, for sharing your story. There's just so many people here, Alexis, that are in the fight with you. All right, so many people that have not been through exactly what you're going through, but there's so many people who have been damaged by the medical industrial complex. They've been abused by doctors. They've been thrown to the wayside. And I can tell you, though, that there's also quite the cohort of advisors, experts, prayer warriors, moms and dads. There's so many people in here that just care about you. They care about everybody who has been harmed. And you're not alone. Your family's not alone there in the hospital. I know a lot of people are trying to send help, and it might feel overwhelming. I know for us here, all we're trying to do is just kind of share encouragement. I know that this was something when Steve Kirsch, who works with Nurse Angie, I know they're in the room with you. Steve, he recently went through a version like a vaccine injury. He lost sight for a little bit. Steve was asking people to send him videos. Oh, hey, Angie, hold on, let me bring you up.
Hey, how are
Hey,
you?
do you
Good to
hear me,
see you.
Angie? Okay, hold on a sec.
I can hear you, yeah.
So Angie knows this. She knows that I actually recorded a video right outside it was like a place in Chicago, just to send encouragement to Steve. And, I think we've encouraged other people to do that for you too. And if you're on X, maybe, it's a crazy place sometimes. There's people that are nasty. There's people that are nice. But I know the people in this space, they just want to share words of encouragement. And that's what we're going to keep sharing with you. We don't want to take too much of your energy too. So you feel like you gotta lay down, you gotta go. That's fine. We appreciate all the time that you've given us, but we're going to keep bringing up people too, and of course give you a voice here. Our platform is yours. Our platform is yours to share what's happening. Okay.
Me, I didn't realize how dangerous this field is. I genuinely have been convinced my whole life in the back of my head that as much as I don't like doctors, I was given doctors by God. There's a reason why they have their jobs, but it wasn't to turn me into this. It wasn't to turn me into thinking I'm in my last few breaths. And especially come from people that you put your full-on trust in. It wasn't just me. Basically, the whole world trusts these doctors to heal them, their children, their families. And we come out looking like this, or come out with some underlying disease or something else wrong. It never makes any sense, and it hurts. And once I found out that I wasn't the only one going through such terrible things throughout this, it breaks my heart more to know that there's more people like me. But it also is a relief to know that I'm not alone, because I felt so alone.
Yeah. She got to talk to Angelia and Sean and Amanda, other severely vaccine injured people, and she got to see how well they're doing right now. And it was just, she gets to see that there's millions of us out there in the world who have been harmed by these dangerous vaccines, and we're gonna get her through this. I've seen since I've been here, she looks much better, and we are getting there. Baby steps. It's going to take a while, but it's going to be a long road. But she is getting there, and it's a little bit of a roller coaster here and there, but slowly but surely we're making great progress. So.
Yeah.
Amen to that. And I just want to say that they picked the wrong one to mess with, because this girl is a fighter and she's going to hold these people accountable. And man, that spirit that you have is so infectious, and we don't know what God calls us to in these journeys we go through. And with your fighting spirit and your determination, you're going to turn whatever this this horrible ordeal is. You're gonna find that there was a reason behind this. And I'm really amazed of your courage, and just your attitude is very uplifting. So that's one thing they can't take
I'm
away.
trying.
And
Thank
God bless
you.
you for your fighting. You are such a fighter.
Thank you so much. I've never really been the one to give up. My family has always said I've been a little angry one sometimes, but one of my number one things about that my family has always noticed about me is that I'm independent, and I do not sit down for things that I believe need to be stood up for. I will fight to my very last breath if I have to do something to fix what I believe in. And if it hurts, then it hurts. But I fight hard, and they genuinely chose the wrong girl to do this to.
Amen,
Share your
100% to that. And
share
Alexis,
your
I'm going to bring up some people from the space. Thank you so much,
uh,
everyone in the space, for being
Twitter
patient. I know this has been
X.
like, man, I've
Oh,
had that
yeah.
hand raised for a long time. Listen, I appreciate everyone's
This
patience.
is her story, though.
Yes, it's her story. This is about Alexis and other vaccine injuries, of course. I'm going to bring up Melissa. Melissa, if you don't mind, can you unmic and just go ahead and say hi to Alexis?
Hi, Alexis. My name is Melissa.
Hello. I can't see you, but I hear you.
I was injured in probably about 2006 to an HPV vaccine, and they labeled me ME, CFS, and fibromyalgia for what they did to me. And when the pandemic came through, something happened, and I was told that my HPV vax officially failed, and I ended up with cancer. I want you to know you are not alone. This is not the first time they have treated people like this. They gaslight extensively. And anytime you want to talk to us, you sure can. I hope that one day you will come on to X and join us in some of the vaccine injured community spaces and get to know us. We would really love to have you around. And I wish that there was more that I could say or do for you, but I am very financially broke. So I just want you to know that I care about you. I've been following your story, and I hope that we can get you healed up faster and get you out of there. And I just wanted to say, to the truth about vaccines, a good spot for you to start to look for this corruption would be the corrupt ME CFS researchers. Many of them have signed off on vaccine trials throughout the years, including the one trying to claim that vaccines do not cause autism. I would start looking directly at a researcher named Maddie Hornick, and I hope that helps. Thank you.
It does help. I appreciate that. I appreciate hearing that from you. You're definitely not alone. One of the first things that changed in my whole case of the treatment was me finding out the price of it's $47,000 a month for a bottle of 30 pills for the treatment to treat PNH. A month for 30 pills, $47,000. That comes up to over $500,000 a year. Ever since I found that out in January, I've been losing my mind every day, genuinely convinced that I would never make it through this disease. And as soon as they found out that I'm not beyond rich, and I can't pay for something that expensive because we have real life problems and bills to pay for. I don't have a bunch of money to throw around. They found that out, and they found out that whatever else they were figuring out for me, but that insurance thing, that money factor was definitely up there because I was okay with it at first. I was like, maybe I can get some insurance, something. As soon as I mentioned, how am I going to pay for something that costs $50,000 a month? They treated me from this kind of care to test subject immediately.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Alexis. That should have never happened to you.
It's awful, and I'm sorry to hear that happen to you too, because I don't know. We're just a few little people, and the people, like, there's 8 billion people in this world, and we might just be 2 people. But that doesn't mean throw our lives to the side and act like we don't exist and we don't matter just because there's 800 billion thousand people you can test this on again. It's not okay. And not, like I said, neither of us deserve some kind of treatment like that. We deserve to be heard and treated like the humans we are, and the humans that they say we I don't know. They just make up a bunch of excuses. It's just not fair.